What's happening, everybody? It's Passive Crypto Mining here, your number one place for all things crypto. Today's the 4th of May 2022, and we have just had a huge AMA from the Planetwatch CEO Claudio about a number of updates pertaining to Planetwatch. And as you know, the price of the Planetwatch token has been crashing lately. A number of reasons are for that, but it was a very strong AMA. So this video is going to outline the 6 major takeaways from this AMA. If you're a little bit lazy to watch the 40-minute video or you don't have time to do so, then this quick summary should give you all the information that you need. I'm going to go into the order, not that Claudio mentioned it, but the order that I think most people want to know. And if you want any more information, you can head over to the AMA itself. It's a 40-minute video. There's a lot of information in there, but I picked out the key points. We'll start with the main point that I took from the AMA, which was the $10 million Awair element plan. It began when the sensor first launched with when Awair, and then when there was a discrepancy with the number of rewards that were coming, it was why Awair, and then it just ended up in a huge despair. I want to apologize for that cringy joke. And secondly, ultimately, we came out with a plan which took a bit of time. Obviously, there was a 30-day period when every Awair element sensor owner got 5 planets per sensor. And now we've come forward with a $300 token per device. So option 1 outlines $200, which is for new licenses, and $100, which is for sensor purchases. And what Claudio mentioned is that these vouchers are tokenized, which means they'll sit on the blockchain, and so they can be traded for algos, USDT, or planets. He also mentioned a second option, which is just apply for a full refund on the license, which was already linked to your Awair element. But he said most people will probably pick option 1, which is probably likely the case. One of the things still up in the air is, will this token give you the ability to trade directly to planets or algo? Because the example he gave in the AMA was if a friend of yours wanted to buy a license or wanted to buy a sensor, they could purchase your voucher off you at a cheaper price, which would give them a saving. It's yet to be seen what you can do with these vouchers, but what is known is that you will receive a voucher which has a value of $200 and $100, collectively for $300. Whether you can sell them immediately, will it be an NFT? Is there other ways that you can monetize this? Is yet to be seen, but at least we know that we'll be getting a voucher to the value of $300. A lot of people are excited about this, and of course it is going to give us positive sentiment in how we can navigate out of this situation. Second thing, one of the questions that were asked of Claudio was, do we have a potential partnership with Google? In fact, the question itself was, are we negotiating a partnership? Now, if you can read between the lines, you could see from Claudio's eyes that he wanted to say a lot, but he didn't say a lot. He did not deny it. He said no comment yet. And then he went on to draw a comparison about when speaking to large organizations and companies, why it's important not to say anything until an agreement is signed. Now, I don't know about you, but that sounded a little bit like there was a lot more to come, particularly with regards to Google, but also other organizations and establishments. So let's see. What do you think? Put a comment below if you think that there is a partnership with Google brewing, or if Claudio was just trying to create a little bit of tension. Another thing that was mentioned was a community vote to modify the recycle bin. He made a point how when the recycle bin is emptied, then usually there is a short and sharp drop in rewards, and he wanted to change that. So he mentioned that a vote will be put forward to ensure that the drop is not felt as hard and that it's a gradual drop of planets until it reaches the original amount that it's intended to be. So will that mean that the number of planets in the recycle bin will change? Does that mean that it will be a more staggered approach? That is yet to be seen, but one thing we do know is that when it reaches saturation point, all of the wallets will not be hit as hard. It will be more of a gradual drop. Going on from there, he mentioned the fourth point that I want to pull out is financial transparency and the turnover. Considering the company has not been about less than 2 years, to have a 5.2 million euro turnover in 2021 is very impressive. And he mentions that they don't have an incentive to do this. They're not a listed company, but they want to do so to give us transparency in the project. And that 2022 is looking very good and positive, and they're going to be having a major share investment round going forward. More money in the project means more longevity, means more money to invest in things like R&D and development of products, which ultimately should benefit the project. The fifth point that I want to take out is staking of planets and also burning of tokens. Now we do have the staking at the moment, which is if you stake planets, you get the trees and the token on an NFT, but he specifically mentioned staking as in terms of proof of stake. Now this, as we know, can stabilize the price of a coin when you have a staking mechanism, and it can also provide returns. So it provides an opportunity for passive returns for people that do stake. How that's going to work, what that's going to look like, perhaps we'll see as time comes. And then further to that, mentioning the burning of planets. Now this is a method that people use to create scarcity of a coin. If you burn planets, you reduce the number of planets that are available in circulation, theoretically increasing the price of a token. Both of these two things are very exciting for the future of Planetwatch. And the last thing to mention, he mentioned how Planetwatch is looking to monetize the data, and in particular that they are working on high-end APIs which will allow companies to develop their own personalized dashboards using the data that is going to be given from Planetwatch. So imagine any company, any governmental organization that wants to create a live dashboard on data in their area, almost like a white labeling service. You take the data that is being received from Planetwatch, they will pay for that data, and of course that data that is being paid for will then go back to the community. So these were 6 major points that came out from the AMA today. Let me know which of the 6 you're most excited about. Let me know your thoughts about the future of Planetwatch. And are you still bullish on this project, or are you looking to get out? Of course, all of the information in this video is not financial advice. It's just an update on the AMA. And I hope you join us for the next video. Thank you very much.